We from the CPIM had consistently raised the points. One, we raised two basic points. One, that corruption can never be tackled in India unless you also address the supply side of corruption. That is, unless you bring in the corporates who fund political parties. Because CPIM is the only political party which is demanding a total ban of corporate funding of political parties. Corporates are most welcome to participate in the democratic process, to fund the democratic process, but let that go to the Election Commission or to any agency that the government may set up, and use that corpus for a process of state funding of elections, like it happens in many Western democracies. Well, that apart, corporate funding of political parties is the source of corruption, major source of corruption, because corporates view this as an investment for the future, because depending on which party will form the government, they think this sort of donations will be a sort of an insurance for them, also investment for getting sweetheart deals. So, but that didn't happen. Therefore, we think this entire effort of a Lokpal is only half-hearted. Secondly, the corruption that we are seeing today, what is called these mega scams, these are very different from the ordinary corruption that we have been used to for centuries. I mean, it's no longer corruption connected with, let's say, granting of a license or a permit, etc., which used to be in the early decades after independence. Today's corruption is directly connected with the neoliberal economic policies, where the emphasis has been on increasing privatization, or the state, that is the government, playing the role of facilitating profit maximization for private companies, corporates, both foreign and domestic. So apart from privatizing your public utilities and bringing in private sector in the disbursement of resources like water, like power, like electricity, etc., you have today a large-scale increase in private corporates coming into major economic activities. And it is this privatization process which is associated with the neoliberal economic reforms policy, which is the root cause for what is today called crony capitalism. We have seen that as far as the record of corruption is concerned, there is really little to choose between the BJP and the Congress. If you have a Suresh Kalmadi in here, you have a Yedurappa there. And then you'll have convicted, I mean in the sense those on whom sentences have been passed by the courts continue to serve as ministers in the state cabinet in Gujarat. Well, but that apart, on the issue of policy and promoting crony capitalism, also there is no difference. The so-called Gujarat model is a classic example of how private capital has been promoted. Today, estimates have shown that for every car that is produced by the Tatas, every nano car that is produced, the concessions have been given to the tune of 60,000 rupees per car. This is the story of major companies in Gujarat, the SRs, the Adanis, etc., etc. A lot of investigations are on, a lot of facts have come out. So promoting crony capitalism has become the order of the day. In fact, that is the competition, if at all there is one, between Congress and the BJP, as who is better at promoting crony capitalism.